How long does it take me to create and launch a game? In this video, I'm going to be sharing that with you guys and also sharing some advice on how you can avoid wasting a lot of time and money on your initial release. For the first version of my game, I usually spend around 4 to 6 weeks creating an MVP. I have spoken to so many developers who absolutely waste a ton of time trying to perfect their game before launch, and that is the complete opposite of what you should do. You should get your game to market as soon as possible, just because you need kind of that initial data, and you need to see if you need to reiterate and go back and work on some things until your initial metrics are decent enough. So yeah, don't fall into that trap of spending months and months on the first version of your game. That's a guaranteed way to kill all your time and money too. So in my experience, a lot of the times when I've released a game and it's bare minimum as an MVP, minimal viable product, a lot of times they actually do pretty well, and only then I do invest more time and money into polishing it up and etc. So yeah, try get your game out as fast as possible. The most important thing is you want to have a compelling core loop. Your core loop is basically, in essence, it's the heart of your game. It's the series of actions a player undertakes over and over again. And yeah, this is really important, because without a compelling core loop, your game won't be fun, and with all that extra features and the polishing and the amazing graphics, it's still not going to do well. So yeah, that's the thing you have to focus on the most, is that initial core loop. Yeah, reiterate until you get something that's fun to play and that leads to replayability, so players like to play it over and over again. If you look at a game like Tetris, basically the core loop is you have different blocks that you need to position, rotate and slot from the top of the screen into the bottom of the screen, and the goal is to clear lines. So a player basically does that over and over again, and everybody knows Tetris. It's one of the most successful games of all time, but very simple. So yeah, I just want to say that it doesn't have to be fancy. A lot of the top grossing games, most downloaded games of all time, have been very simple game mechanics. Look at games like Flappy Bird, look at games like Solitaire. Very simple mechanics, but the replayability and the stickiness is really high. So that's what you want to focus on your initial release. Don't spend tons of time hiring amazing graphic artists. Believe me, you can get away with a very minimal product. That's how I built my studio. Just spend a little bit of time in the beginning creating something fun to play, and then you will know when it goes to market. When you release it, you can look at the metrics and see if you're on the right track. A lot of the times, obviously, the metrics won't be as great, but with polishing and reiterations, you eventually hit those benchmark metrics that you have in mind, and yeah, that allows you to not gamble with your time and your money. So yeah, that's the approach that I took, and I highly suggest that you do the same. So as a general, 4 to 6 weeks, that's how long it takes me to launch a game. And then obviously, depending how the initial launch goes, I either just know that this project isn't going to work and I don't invest any more time, or the initial metrics look pretty decent, and then I start polishing and adding new features and stuff like that. So hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you did, smash the like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this. I will see you on the next one. Stay safe and peace out.